Hello everyone, this is Big Bear Comics and my first comic book video. First want to do is say thank you to Chris from We Love Comics, who was the inspiration for me to make my own comic book videos. Alright, I'm 48 years old. I've been buying and selling comics for about 10 years. I've been collecting and reading comics since the day I could start reading. I've been enjoying finding the hunt. I'm enjoying going to flea markets, finding books for $1, selling them for 20, 30, 40. Now I'm into buying those same books and grading them and making more profits that way. So I have an inventory of about 3,000 books, and I randomly pick books and send them out. I found these 18 books in my inventory and sent them out to CBCS. My first batch previously to this batch took about 5 months to get back. Now they're about 3 months and a couple weeks, so their turnaround time has gotten better. And I enjoy their service. They have an easy online website where you can write down the comics on the computer, have them printed out, send them out easily without having sheets to fill out. It makes it really easy, even for me. And I had fun doing it. And I got this batch back. Like I said, there was 3 months and a couple weeks for this batch to come back. So let's do this. Alright. First book I'm going to show you is some Daredevil goodness. I get a sweet 9.8 from Daredevil 182. It has Punisher and Kingpin appearance. And a new trailer has just came out for the Daredevil Season 2. And Punisher is all over that new trailer. Love it. And this basically is a drawing of Daredevil and his emotions after the death of Elektra, which was in the previous issue. So this is still kind of a key book, and I believe that pose has been cover swiped a few times, and I can't think of the book right now. But I've seen that pose before. But anyway, I got a sweet 9.8. Love it. It's only one of 3 9.8s you're going to see. So I wanted to start out with a bang. And let's move on. Alright, we got more Daredevil goodness here. We got Daredevil number 254. This one is the first appearance of Typhoid Mary. And I don't know, I don't hear any speculation of this character becoming anything in the series or films, but this is a nice book to have. It's the first appearance and origin of that character, and it's a fun character that would easily can be put on the screen without a problem. You only have to change her look though. She has this 80s look to her. She'll have to get a reboot. But anyway, love it. It's a 9.6. Happy to have it. And we'll keep going. And I got some more Daredevil goodness here. This one, the grade did not wow me at all. I thought I would get higher. I guess they found more problems on it than I did. This is the first time Punisher and Daredevil meet in comics. So it is a key issue. I would definitely see this book jumping up in price as Netflix series gets released. This is a great drawing of Punisher getting a hole blown right through him. Now that is awesome. You can't get better than that. But Daredevil won't die. It's a comic book. And we need him for other shows. Alright. So anyway, this is an 8.5. Happy to have it. And I know I have a higher grade book somewhere. I'm gonna find it and send that out to CBCS also. And let's get some 9.4, 9.56, or 9.8 goodness going on. Okay, another book. We have Morlocks, #1. This is the first appearance of the character Angel Dust, which is in the movie Deadpool. I haven't seen Deadpool yet. It came out about 3 days ago, and I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what importance this character plays in the movie or not. I'm still waiting to see it. If you can hear the rain in the background, it's pouring outside here in Connecticut. This is the first appearance of Angel Dust, and I get a 9.4 from 2002, this book. So it's not that old. Should have had a higher grade. Should have looked for a better copy, but I'll take the 9.4 and hope this book starts heating up. It should any time now. I don't know how the character, like I said, I don't know if the character made just a cameo appearance or wasn't a big deal at all. Anyway, I have the first appearance. My second 9.8 of my lot is on this book here. This is Outcast, #1. And this is another book that is making a debut on television, cable television, Cinemax, I believe. And this is the first appearance. Now, Robert Kirkman is the writer on this. If this book is anything like The Walking Dead, this book will heat up big time. It did when it first came out. Trying to get a 9.8 when it first came out was like 150, 200 bucks. It has definitely cooled off. They're down to like 80 bucks now for a 9.8. But who knows, maybe it'll jump up again. And I do have it. I'm glad I have it. We move on. Okay. Next book is another movie tie-in book. And it has to do with the movie Batman vs. Superman. This is Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, issue #4 of a 4-part series. I get a 9.2 from a book from 1986. I didn't know this fact before I graded it, but this has the death of Alfred. I don't know how long that lasted in the comic books, but it also has that great Frank Miller as an artist on the cover. It's the final issue of the 4-issue set. And I get a decent 9.2 on that. Happy to have that. This book was like a hardcover a little bit, so these are easier to find in hard grade because of that. It's harder to get creases on a book that was, the paper stock was much higher in quality. So you can get higher grade books pretty easily out there on this comic. I happen to have the reason why I got a 9.2 because it's easy to scuff and easy to scratch. The black on the back cover, see that back cover? All that black, it's easy to get scuff marks and scratches and dings on it, and they show up real easy. So that's what makes it harder to get a real high grade on that. Alright, we go to another book. This book is another movie tie-in book. This one is X Factor 6, the first appearance of Apocalypse. I got a decent 9.4 on it, and it has a great cover of Apocalypse on it, and I'm stoked to have a nice 9.4. This has cooled down a bit also on eBay. The prices have dropped a little bit. I think it needs another kickstart. I think we need a really good trailer of this movie, and things might start happening again. Or I have to wait till the movie basically starts and see what happens to it then, to start this book from getting hot again. Alright, now I like to grade books that nobody else grades. Like I even have children's books that I grade, but I'll show you that in another video. Here I have a Jurassic Park #1. This is a cool Dave Cockrum variant cover. This is not the mainstream title. There's a variant. So in '93 they were making variants just like they do today. This book is I just love that cover. It just makes me look at it and want to look at it. I love dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs since I was a kid. And I love this movie series. I even love the ones that nobody liked. You have a dinosaur in a movie, you got my attention. Anyway, look at those 3 people who were involved in this book. You got Walter Simonson, Gil Kane, and George Perez. Now, you can't go wrong with a trio like that. So this is a book to pick up. It's easy to find, raw and near mint, not expensive. I found a book at the flea market for $1. It looked awesome. Sent it out. I get a 9.4. Thought I would get higher, but I'll take it. And in that same flea market for $1, I got Jurassic Park #2. This is #2 of a 4 series set, and it also is the Dave Cockrum variant of this. And here's some more dinosaur goodness from Dave Cockrum. Brilliant colors, love it, love everything about this book, and except for it, it's a 9.0. Wish I would have a higher, but I thought by looking at it and studying it I was going to get somewhere in the upper 9s. CBCS is really strict, so I don't get what I want there. Okay. Now we're going into more TV goodness and first appearances. We have Action Comics 521. First appearance of this character, Vixen. Now, Vixen, I've been reading and hearing that might appear on the Arrow series someday. That would be sweet. But she has a CW cartoon series on the internet. I watched some of those episodes. Very, very nice, very cool. This is the first appearance of her, and I got an 8.5. Kurt Swan was part of this. Very nice book. It's hard to get this book in high grade because of all the black on it. I mean, every little scratch and ding is going to show up. But still, an 8.5 for this book, I'm really happy to get that. And I believe I found this at flea market, and I got this for about $5. Alright. This one, out of all of them, is another movie tie-in book, but I'm disappointed in the grade. This is my lowest grade of the lot. I get a 7.5 for Brave and the Bold 200, but I'll let you know that this is a book to pick up. It's got a couple of first appearances, not one but 2. The main first appearances right now is that it's the first appearance of Katana, and she's that Oriental woman who was going to be on a Suicide Squad movie. And she's the one with the sword and the face paint, cool looking costume. This is her first appearances. Also, it's the first appearance of the Outsiders. So it's got a couple things going for it, and it's undervalued right now. It doesn't go for that much. I get a mid-grade to high-grade copy of a 7.5. Disappointed. Of all the books, this is the one that most disappoints me. But you know what? I'll find another book. I'll find a higher grade. They're not expensive. I'll send that out, replace it. But 7.5, you know, it's not bad. Alright, we have another book that has movie tie-ins with it. It's Avengers 3:16. Now, what I've been hearing, and I could be totally wrong, Spider-Man is supposed to be joining the Avengers sooner or later. If not in the upcoming Captain America Civil War movie. It could be the movie afterwards that he becomes a main part. But anyway, this is the first time he officially joins the Avengers. I mean, there are books out there, like there's I believe Avengers number 11 is the first time Spider-Man actually teams up with the Avengers. That's an old Silver Age book. I actually have that in about a 2.0. I'm going to have that graded. I might get more than a 2, but I'll show you that book when I get it back. But anyway, sooner or later this book will pick up. It's got to. As soon as Spider-Man shows himself. This is a beautiful 9/6. Corners sharp. Everything nice. Alright, what's cool about that, I don't know if people know that it came into like a 3-part series. There were 2 other books right after that Spider-Man was in with the Avengers. Here's the book right after, 317. I found this on eBay for $2. And I looked at this book and I said, you know what, this is a nice book. And it is. I sent it out and got graded. I came back with a 9/6. And here it is, a Spider-Man appearance. Right after 316 is 317. There he is on the cover with the Avengers again. And I don't know if it's a part of a trilogy or what it is, but there are 3 books that it's like a 3-part series. Not sure if it's exactly that, but 3 books he shows up with. And here's the 3rd one, number 318. Okay, 318 also has Spider-Man on the cover. And I'll zoom in. There he is right there. Guest starring Spider-Man. And, let's see, you got a nice shot of Nebula here. And this book came back another 9/6. I got this with the same book for $2 at a 9/6. So, I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously these books aren't going to take off as much as 316 will, but you know, if somebody wants a whole set of 3, I'll sell all those 3 books as one price. And then I have another 316 right here. So, and what's nice about it, I have another 9/6. So I'm backed up. I have a set of 3 and I have a single. So I'm ready for this book to start kicking up in price. Hopefully it'll happen. Okay. Now, here's a book that we've seen probably a few times. It's Star Wars number 1. The only thing different about this book, this is the 6th printing. And this is the one that has the double cover. And it's not like they had a couple of these books and brought them all back and tore off the front cover and make it the 6th cover. They let the entire run go with the double cover. So if you order a 6th print, you're going to get a double cover. And underneath that cover is a green cover. Underneath this is a green cover, and it's the same book. It's a 6th print. I got a 9/8. Happy with it. Who knows, one day it might boost up in prices. Now we're going to go into some horror goodness. Let's see, I'm going to start out with this book here. Alright, I got Uncanny Tales number 2. This is a Marvel horror book from 1972. It's got a nice swamp monster creature. And I got an 8.5 on that. Now here again is a book that's hard to get a high grade because of all the black around the edges. So an 8.5, got to be happy with it. It's hard to get anything higher. Why I graded this? It's because I love horror books. When I got it, it looked amazing. I got this actually off of eBay, and this book I paid about $8 for with shipping. and I sent it out, see if I can make a few bucks. I like the cover. It's a nice horror book to have. Number 2, Uncanny Tales. Alright, now, sorry for the focusing and out of focusing. My camera seems to like to do that with the lights here. Okay, here's a book that's extremely hard to find in high grade. It's extremely hard to find a Charlton book, nonetheless, in high grade. Now, I've been to flea markets, and I look at, I love Charlton books. They have a lot of cartoon books. They do a lot of TV, movie books from the 70s that I love. I mean, I have Emergency, that show for Emergency with the firemen. I have number 1 of that in high grade. I'm going to send that out to CBCS. It's hard to find anything Charlton in high grade. So I found one. I got a 9.0 Midnight Tales number 1. This is a awesome horror book that went on to, I don't know how many, at least 17 books as I remember. Maybe more, probably more. Cool art, cool stories. And the problem with this book is if you look at the top here, look at this top. Look how they cut this. You see where it says all new? Right here on top? It's totally cut wrong. I mean, it needed to be up higher. It's not like somebody, trimmed this book. Of course not. Who would do that to this book? And then you can see the bottom, where all this white is, here, that it was like stamped all wrong. It was like when they printed it out, it was like crooked. And it came out that way. It's like when, Charlton has all these issues with cheap paper and printing wrong and staples all messed up. But I managed to get a 9.0 on this book, even with all that. And I'm very happy to have that because this is, you can't find a 9.0 anywhere that easily on a Charlton book horror like this. I'm glad I have this book. It'll be in the store for sale sooner or later. Not, keep checking it. Anyway, that's going to wrap this video up. I know I probably bobbled and bingled all the way through it, but I did my best, and hope you come back to see more videos. Basically, I send about 8 books every couple of weeks. I send 8 books out to get graded. So I'll have more CBCS videos. I also have probably some haul videos, and I'll even show some books that I'm going to send out to get graded so you can see the grades afterwards. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. Bye.